Bentornati carissimi. Welcome back, my friends, to Starsector. We are back in the bridge of Captain Zero Thompson, currently docked at the Jangala space station, which is the station that orbits the home world of the Hegemony faction. We have just finished the in-game tutorial. The tutorial story leaves us in a privileged situation, especially when it comes to the Hegemony, because having rendered a very good service to this faction, our standing with the Hegemony is high enough that we could apply for a commission. What does commission mean? It means that basically we are considered integral part of this faction and also part of this faction's military. So it means, for example, that we have special standing with Hegemony, but also that we get to participate in all their faction warfare, which in turn means that factions that are at war with the Hegemony will shoot us on sight, which is something that normally doesn't happen. You would have to work yourself, your standing with a particular faction low enough in order for them to attack on sight. But in this case, if we apply for the Hegemony commission, basically all other factions will apply to us the standing that they have with the whole faction, with the whole Hegemony faction, instead of our personal standing. That's what it means in short. The biggest benefit that you get from the commission is that you get a stipend, you get monthly income, and that can be very substantial. Also, whenever you shoot down ships that are at war with the Hegemony pays you a bounty for all the ships that you bring down. Another very nice up we can see if we access the fleet screen. F for fleet, yes. We will be able not only to buy from the open market, but also from the Hegemony military. Now, we could buy just a couple of small ships from the Hegemony military ship hull market. However, as you see here, buying, for example, a brand new Hammerhead destroyer hull would require us not only the standing welcoming, but also that we have a military commission. And these are very good ships that are only accessible through the commission and an increasingly high standing. For example, to get a Falcon light cruiser 14th battle group, is it called? What does it say? 14th domain battle group variant, which is basically the elite version of this type of hull, will require us to get in friendly standing with the Hegemony. Getting an absolutely massive onslaught 14th battle group version battleship would require us to get in the cooperative standing. This in addition to the price of the hull, of course, but you don't normally get this selection on the open market. The open market usually has a prevalence of civilian ships. That said, though, we are not going to take the commission right away. First, I want to spend a little bit of time doing just what Zero Thompson does. as a day job. He's a bounty hunter. So we will go around bringing to justice space pirates, basically. Before that, though, let's take a look at our fleet. We ourselves, with the pilot Zero Thompson, are flying the ISS... what is this? Pretorius Jump. ISS Pretorius Jump, which is a Hammerhead class destroyer, sporting the safety override fit that you saw in action, which is particularly fun and deadly. I think we can upgrade our torpedoes in here, because yes, we have the Hammer class torpedo. This is not the torpedo rack, because that would be the big variant, but this is the normal. What we are equipping right now is the single torpedo, which is of course very limited. So let's unequip those. We need to free another couple ordnance point, and we will take from, let's take one from the vents and one from the capacitors. And now we should be able to equip 2 Hammer class torpedo, double, I should say. If the other one was single, this should be double, but this is just the normal version, meaning that now we go from 2 total torpedoes to 4. Let's take a look very briefly at our weapon groups, which are not all right. So I want all the light machine gun turrets in auto fire here. Then I want the assault chain gun also in auto fire, because I want them to shoot as soon as we are in range. And then I want the Hammer class torpedoes on 1, and I want this group to be alternating. I want to be able to fire each torpedo singularly, personally, with a click of the mouse. Alright, so this is our feat right now. I already took a really brief look at the weapon loadouts for the other ships, that I will say for now they are pretty inconsequential compared to our overdriven destroyer right here. Only the Condor class light carrier adds a little bit of weight to our fleet right now. The other ships are mostly a nuisance. They act as a distraction. And in that vein, for example, this really small kite class shuttle is flying with 2 salamander torpedoes. The salamander torpedoes do not inflict much damage. What they do is that they disable the engines. So yeah, acting as nuisance and disruption, decoy, etc, etc. So let's leave and let's start looking for trouble. How do we do that? Let's get to the intel screen. Intel screen, and what we want to see is bounties. And bounties lets us take a look not only at personal bounties. These are all personal bounties, which will be, located somewhere in the sector. When you select one of these tabs, also the icons show up. So for example, this personal bounty for Volta Gold, where is he? Volta Gold. He is located in the Samarat Nebula, somewhere in the Samarat Nebula, but we will also get to see system bounties, which is what I'm interested in right now. There is currently a system bounty in Corvus, which is where we are at, as you can guess by the pulsating light in here. Now, the Hegemony is currently hostile to pirates, the Tritacan faction, Persian League, and the Ludic faction. This bounty has been issued by the Hegemony. So, participating in a war in this system right now has practically the same effect as being commissioned. So, this is what we will be doing for now. And just to stay safe, we will go looking for pirate ships. How do we look for pirate ships? Let's take a look at the system map. You can see right out of the gate that there is a big red spot in here, which is the Garnier Pirate Station. Now, how is it possible for pirates to have an actual orbital station in the home system of a militaristic faction? That is a totally different problem, but let's not be concerned with this. Also, I want to let you know that you can destroy this if your fleet is strong enough. You can lay siege to an orbital station and actually destroy it, but the pirates will rebuild it after some time. And probably these fleets here are pursuing pirate scouts. So let's follow. Let's see where they go, and if maybe we can actually... Hey, can we participate in this? I mean, this is a really small pirate fleet, and it just engaged the emergency burn. But it seems like, yes, they got caught. So right now, it says they are engaged in battle. Now, when there is a battle already going on, we can join if the standing with the two involved parties for us is clear enough. I think at least one of them has to recognize us as friendly to basically let us join their side, and the other one must not be friendly, otherwise there will be like that awkward situation of, okay, who are you going to shoot at here? But if we now click on one of them, we get to join. You encounter an ongoing battle. The Hegemony forces transmit their IFF codes, which allow you to join the battle on their side if you decide to do so. So this basically confirms what we were saying. The Hegemony patrol is pretty big, pretty beefy, and the pirate scouts are just 3 ships. Now this could probably be a... let's see. The Hegemony forces are pursuing the retreating pirate forces. Now, this sentence here describes you this scenario. A pursuit means that in the battle map, these 3 small ships will be trying to get to the top portion to escape, while these ships are pursuing coming from the bottom. So what we want to do in this situation is join with only small, very small ships and try to intercept. If you join with ships of like this size, like I think frigate or smaller, so frigate or shuttle, you can deploy from the sides. So we will transfer command for this engagement to our wolf. Let's select that, and then we take command. We'll get in with the wolf, and you can see, okay, when you first click, it only says deploy. If it says deploy, you're gonna start from the bottom row. If you click again and says deploy left, it means you're gonna deploy from up here. If it says deploy right, you're gonna deploy from up here on the right. If I click on the destroyer, it says deploy and then deselects, meaning that I cannot, with a ship of this size, deploy from the sides. So let's deploy like this. Actually, this is new. It never happened to me. Usually when you start a battle like this, the fleeing side is already like in here, but I'm thinking these guys might be already fully engaged. So I'm already debating with myself if I made the right choice. Anyway, let's select one of this as target and let's try and get there as fast as possible. Come on. Let's use our phase skimmer. Okay, the one that I had selected is already destroyed. What we want to do in a situation like this is get in as much damage as possible, because you get rewards based on the amount of damage that you did compared with the damage that the allies did. Now, what do I have when it comes to weapons? I am controlling the Annihilator rocket launcher, Annihilator rocket launcher, whatever. And then there's the pulse laser that is gonna go on its own. Oops, didn't want to do that. All right. Whoa, buddy. I just got shot with, how are they called? Sabo torpedo. Those are explicitly meant to maximize damage to the shields, and in fact 4 of them were more than enough to overload my ship. So I'm now taking direct damage because I'm almost disabled. Okay, I regained control. Let's see if I can get some of these small missiles to impact. Come here, come on. We overloaded again. Okay. I didn't do a stellar job commanding this ship. Anyway, we won. Let's see what we got out of this. The retreating enemy forces were able to disengage, but not without taking losses. Actually, I let one kite shuttle get out of this battle, which is not good. Your fleet is able to participate in salvage operations due to its contributions throughout the encounter. Salvage crews are able to recover 6 credits, etc, etc. So this is basically my share. It's not a lot, it's probably less than I had to spend to get in here and actually participate, but yeah, it's proportionate to our contribution. Now this is a little bit better though. Because we participate in destroying pirates, which are in the faction list for the bounty on the system, we gain 1,000 and something credits. And here is the shuttle that is fleeing. Now let's see if we can stick together with our friends and get in a meteor battle. They're sending an interdiction pulse. I don't want to get involved in that. And it seems like they were happy with that. Let's patrol around here. If you wait long enough, fleets will spawn from the pirate station. Now there is an unidentified contact on our right. Let's see if we can get a read on this. Okay, this is a small fleet. It's maintaining contact with us, but I want to pursue. Because they are not, even if we don't know yet, the fact that they are not that they have their transponder off gives out the fact that they are pirates. Also, they see us as hostile right away, and they're fleeing. Now, when pirates flee, they try and get towards the station. They also make good use of obscuring features like asteroids and clouds. Alright, let's see if I can. I have to turn off the sustained burn for a second because it makes my steering very difficult. I could emergency burn, but I prefer them to emergency burn and then be spent for a while. Come on. Come on. Ah, almost. Almost. No, don't get toward the station again. Come on. I just want to destroy you. Come on, man. There you go. The pirate fleet assumes a neutral posture. It's aware of your identity due to your fleet's transponder being turned on. Yes, our transponder is turned on. Move in and engage. The opposing fleet moves in to join battle, so they are feeling cocky enough to engage this fleet here. I could probably take them all with just the hammerhead. However, I will also deploy the wolf and the kite just to spread the damage a little bit. Especially if I end up piloting the way I just did in the last engagement. I don't want to transfer command, I want to stay on my hammerhead. So this one, and this one. There's no point in deploying on the sides because we are not pursuing right now. Deploy. Do I want to give orders? I want you to support me, and you can do whatever you want. Whatever you desire. As long as it is swift and violent. Let's see. So these two ships are the one that pack the most damage for now. Let's see if we can dispatch this kite quickly. So kites can be really useless. Well, not useless, but really harmless, I should say, in terms of weapon loadouts. However, they could have one or two torpedoes on. So if you let one of those sneak up on you with torpedoes, that can really mean a bad day for your ship. Anyway, those pirate ships were really junkers, so they didn't last a lot. Your forces were able to gain a complete victory in the last engagement. Salvage Chief reports that a ship disabled during the battle can be restored. Yeah, but with four pips of damage, so continue. Speak through the wreckage. And now we got a little bit more. 18 supplies is more than we invested just by getting in the fight, which I think it was 12 if I remember correctly. And we got 12,000 as a reward, which is much more substantial. And also an additional, no, wait a second, this is 12,000 experience. We get 6,000 credits as a reward out of this engagement. Let's make a couple of passes around here. Yes, there's another fleet. Another very manageable fleet. They are engaging the emergency burn. Let's stay between them and the station so they cannot just run back. Come on. Don't make me emergency burn. Oh, you... That was like a pixel away. Just a space pixel away. Come on, spend those engines. I got to remember to accelerate time, because otherwise this pursuit will take ages. They're firing an interdiction pulse, but we were far enough. Actually, we can get them even without the sustained burn. They are practically destroying their own ships, firing the emergency burn over and over again. Anyway, if I don't get to engage them in the next attempt... Are they coming towards me? They are maintaining contact. Oh, they want to engage as a team. I'm not opposed to that. I'm not opposed. Come on, bro. The only thing I don't want is to engage the station. Ah, dang it. Come on. One of you. And yes, my friends, a very big Hegemony fleet just interdicted me. Honestly, man, instead of firing that interdiction pulse, you should go and lay siege to this station. You have a battleship, you're more than capable of taking out the whole station now. Come on, last engagement. Last engagement. Yes! Let's dispatch them. Move in to engage. Don't transfer command, and I'm fairly sure I can manage them all with a single destroyer. So this will be a little bit more income. It will raise our standing with the Hegemony a little bit more, and we will see if we can get a brand new, undamaged ship. Now, see this, what I was saying earlier. It even says it has 2 Atropos class torpedoes. So right now this, even though it's the smallest, is the most dangerous ship in the opposing fleet. So let's activate the accelerated ammo feeder and melt these ships away. Disable the shields for a while to reduce flux. Alright, now, when are you going to fire those torpedoes? Apparently you're not going to. I'm not gonna complain. Cool. You could have launched a couple of torpedoes to basically make me dodge them, but I like how it went in the end. Let's consider ship recovery. I don't want any of those rusty wrecks. We got 1,000 credits just out of the CPUs. Not complaining. Let's take everything we also got and a Tropos class torpedo rack. Nice. Get everything. I'm not exceeding my capacity, and look at that. We have a level. We are now level 8, and looks like we have 6 character points to spend. So I guess next episode will be about leveling up. How about that? Leveling up, we also have 85,000 credits to spend. I don't know if we have enough standing with Hegemony. Let's see. Hegemony is welcoming. So if we get that commission, we could think of buying one of the ships in the welcoming tier. Right? So this sounds like a plan. Nice plan for next episode though. So thank you everyone for watching and sticking with me and Captain Zero Thompson. I hope you found this episode and this series fun and informative, and if so, keep this channel in mind and come back for next episode. Have a good one. Ciao.